Yo, good evening. This is Lauren's Dreamhouse. You found it. You found it. It is raining. It is Monday, March 31st, my parents' anniversary, aka Tattoo Day. Can you see that? That says 331. I got that because I love my parents. And you should too. Well, you don't have to, but I certainly do, and I believe that I get great joy from that. Um if I seem distracted, it's because it's raining. And also, I'm going to try to uh, write the new theme song for this podcast in real time while also being interesting. So we'll see if she can pull it off. I make music. Did you know that? Uh, I do. And boy, would it be hard to write a musical if you didn't write music, huh? But here we are. I don't know if you can hear that stuff. Can you hear that? You should be able to a little bit, although these microphones are actually deceptively good at picking up audio despite being $3 from China. It's obviously laundry day. And on this rainy laundry day, I'm thinking about the coach. And who's the coach? Not John Madden, though he is the coach. But I'm talking about the coach that lives on my floor in my building. And I don't know his name, but I like to think that it's something like Jeff. Um, the coach lives on my floor, and we all call him coach. Everyone calls him coach. And every time I see him, he's like, I don't know, 75. And I got a little Alexa notification. The coach is like 75, and every time I see him, he's always like, "Hey, Lauren, how you doing?" And I'm like, "I love you, coach." Um, and at the time that he said that he was going to go get coffee, and it was at that time it was 6 p.m. and it was pouring already. Why does the coach need coffee at 6 p.m.? And uh, why didn't he have an umbrella? I can't stop thinking about that wet coach. And I was like, hey, coach, just so you know, it's raining really, really hard. And he said, well, the thing about that is that I am too proud to go back into my apartment to get an umbrella. And his apartment is the closest apartment to the elevator. So that is a lot of pride, coach. But I celebrate you and your courage. And I hope you didn't get too wet on the way to getting night coffee. So we wish the coach well. This is gonna be fun. Uh, yeah, it's laundry day. It's everything day. This is the day that I get my life back on track. It's been a wild week. Um, my dad had surgery for something pretty epic, and he did very well. But he is it's going to be a difficult recovery period. Um, like I said, he's doing well, so like reach out to him if you know him. But if not, he'll be fine. He's just dealing with things in real time as we all are. And it's just been it's been rough for the family. It has been rough for the family. But like I mentioned before, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, that astrologically, I think we're all kind of suffering right now. Not to go all stars and the moon on you, but I think I've been told that by May we're all going to be doing a lot better. So I'm holding on to that and just taking it one day at a time. And one of the ways that I am getting my life on track is by starting 75 hard tomorrow. And I thought that would be a good idea because, you know, April and May, by the time I finish, it will be the middle of May. And thinking of maybe just doing 70 hard because my dad's birthday is in the middle of May, and I don't want to not be drinking for his birthday because I already took a year off drinking and I'm done missing fun hangs. Um, well, not missing them, but like not being fucked up the whole time. That's cool. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna start 75 hard, and I'm going to. I don't know if you guys know about 75 hard. I've been saying it to some people like, hey, I'm going to start this. Have you ever tried it before? And people are like, what are you talking about? 75 hard is like uh, what would you call it? Yeah, like a program. Not like a religious or like detox program per se, but it's a hardcore like reset on discipline, which I absolutely need because I gained 20 pounds since December. And that sucks. Literally none of my clothes fit, dude. And I gotta reel it in. And you know what? When I saw the coach, he said, wow, you look amazing. And I was like, Coach, come on now. You're gonna make a little guy like me blush. And he goes, no, I mean it, keep it up. He was like, he really wanted me to know that I looked good. And God bless the coach for that. But the truth is that I need a reset. I've been eating Domino's a lot to the point where I've cashed in rewards upon cheesy rewards, and I don't really regret it because after the cigarette club ended, I was like, all right, I can be a little bit of a scoundrel for a while, but I didn't intend to let it go this far. Now, here's what I look like. Part of the process is that you have to take pictures of yourself every day. I don't want to do that, but I'm going to. And this is how I'm starting out. I think it's not bad. It's not tragic. I don't look like absolute shit, but I will say I feel like absolute shit. Um, and that's probably still to do with the fact that like the winter is still kind of ending. I mean, I know we are literally in spring, but um, we had like the a record breaking temperature drop in New York on Saturday, and that was rough. And the cold just makes you unable, period, unable to function, unable to process things correctly or be nice generally. I have Kill Tony on the side. I stay stalking Kill Tony, dude. Not stalking, but like I like to have it on because I like to see what people are saying about Austin. I think we covered this before, but honestly, this podcast would be a great palate cleanser for after Kill Tony. You want to hear real substance, real magic? This is where you come. You come for the. You come for that. I don't even know if you can hear that, but you should be able to. Yeah, so 75 hard. You work out twice a day. One of the workouts has to be outdoors. Both workouts must be at least 45 minutes each. You also must read 10 pages of a nonfiction book every day. And if you know me and what I've been reading lately, it's been taking me forever because I've been bouncing between other research materials for this show that I'm working on, which has a name now, a better name. But I've been reading fellow comic Nick Viagas's dad's book. His dad writes a lot of theater related material. He worked for Playbill for a while. All this is public information, so it's not like weird that I'm saying it. Maybe. I don't know. Nick, sound off in the comments if you want me to stop talking about your dad. But I did tell him that I love his dad's writing. It's fantastic. Um, he's so, if you're looking for like a solid take or a collection of solid takes about theater, look no further than Robert Viagas, who at this point I own three of his books. What's the other one that I just got? I went to the Strand the other day and picked up a couple things, and I read Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Hated it. Sorry, but um, read that on the plane recently. Not not good. Personally, I think it's very bad, but I don't want to put that energy out there. It's just not for me, I guess. But yeah, I've been reading that, so I'll probably get around to finishing that finally for 75 hard. Um, what else do you have to do? Oh yeah, you have to stick to a diet, but you get to choose what the diet is. So, you know, I'm I'm so fragile and so easily hurt by food that following any diet for 75 days, like for no other reason than just like making myself do it, is pretty dumb unless the diet is like eat healthier, you know? But committing to like certain foods or whatever could probably like fuck my stomach up. So what I'm gonna do is like a gluten-free situation and like no added sugar except for my coffee, which I refuse to have fake sugar in coffee. Fake sugar in Red Bull, fine, but fake sugar in coffee, absolute disgrace. Um, yeah. So hold on, I'm gonna open this water. I wish you could hear the sound of my apartment right now. It's rain and horns and oh, I forgot it's 9 p.m. and my subwoofer is on the floor. So the people below me are gonna get upset. Are there any other rules of 75 hard that I'm missing? Let's see this shit real quick. It's just a big protocol, which I think is good. It's good to put yourself through nonsense occasionally. And like this isn't nonsense, but it's definitely like no one's making me do this. I don't have like a particular a particular health problem that I'm trying to heal other than like my own personal degree of fatness that I would like to reduce over time in a healthy way instead of the way that I used to do it, which is never eating and working out a whole lot. Um, I do when I gain weight, I try to be kind to myself because it's like who literally nobody in my life is like you need to lose weight, but I feel like I'm in pain. I feel like I've gotten to a weight. It is technically the heaviest I've ever been, but I have been this weight one other time. I think it's when I started Sig Club. I'm so stressed out, but uh yeah, it's just like not comfortable. I feel my joints getting shittier and I'm like, I'm too young. I'm still in my 20s for a little bit longer. So let's see what we got. 75 hard rules. I'm looking this up now. So yeah, the two workouts, one has to be outdoors. So even if it's raining like this, for instance, like if I hadn't done my workout in the morning already, I would have to go out there right now and do that in the rain, which is cool because like you can walk. You don't have to do some kind of like HIIT class or whatever. Um, but whatever. You have to stick to the diet, like I said. No cheat meals and no alcohol. Period. Doesn't matter what kind of diet you are following, you have to follow that rule. Oh yeah, you also have to drink 1 gallon of water a day. Easy. I'm the thirstiest person in the world. The reading, um, hmm, yeah, I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is add some things to the protocol so that I can quit 5 days earlier. That's probably a good idea. There are like spring cleaning things that I want to get done. Um, start selling a lot of my clothes. I got to like clean out my fridge. There's so many things I have to do. And then I also want to be working on the show every single day, even if it's just for, I mean, I do work on the show every day, but sometimes it's literally 15 minutes because that's all I have time for. And I think having a better sleep schedule where I'm rested and feeling good more frequently, more regularly, um, that will help me focus more. It'll help me carve out time in my day that I otherwise spend like being distracted or tired or I guess just like not as productive. Um, that should help, but we'll see. So you're seeing the before, and then maybe I'll do, because what's 75? Hold on. Hey, Alexa, how many weeks is 75 days? 75 days is 10 weeks and 5 days. 10 weeks and 5 days. Okay. So, yeah, I guess once I'm done with this, okay, chill. Once I'm done with this season of the podcast, I'll either do like a guest episode to wrap up 75 hard and let you know what I've learned, or I'll just keep the pod going maybe as part of the 75 hard, um, depending on, you know, what else is going on. I've made myself pretty available for April and May because I really, really, really want to finish this show. But also, in working on the show, the big musical, I also realized like, I want to do more on stage in the meantime. And, because of how much effort I'm putting into the musical, I don't think I will want to settle for having it at like a small theater. I think I'm probably going to get really psycho about it until it winds up at the Sphere, which is my overall goal. Um, and I think that's attainable. I know that's attainable because I can do anything. And I think in the meantime, I'll probably have to do something cigarette club esque, but without involving so many people so that I don't go into like 12 grand worth of debt again or whatever it became when I was at the height of medical bills and Cig Club. It was a disaster. Um, Vape break. So what else is going on? Oh yeah. Um, I've become I regret to inform you that I have become a severance genius. And this is strictly due to the family turmoil that I've been experiencing, I believe. I have not thrown myself into content like this since Alan Resnick did his whole Link's disease kind of stunt, or at least I perceived it as a big integrated performance art piece that took place over the course of his basically entire catalog with little clues that if you don't know who Alan Resnick is, he is, and also sorry for sirens if you hear them. I guess it's a good time for another vape break, and then we'll talk more about Alan Resnick. It's been a long day, folks. It's 9:49 p.m. One more. Okay. So, God, the sirens. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. If that deters you from listening to the rest of the episode, I truly understand, but that would be a bummer because my town is always somehow on fire. And that's out of my control ultimately. So Alan Resnick is an artist and an actor and a comedian and an overall powerhouse of art. He's my favorite artist, my favorite performer. I got to see him for the first time last year, changed my whole life. He's a genius. I did a presentation about him in college, and then met a very sweet lady who dated him, and I think that's really cool. Um, I and yeah, Alan Resnick is the one who did Alan tutorials. You might be familiar with Alan tutorials, and those were just like a bunch of really, um, I guess DIY is like the not even really the tip of the iceberg. It's like really wacky, obscure tutorials on stuff that like you don't need to know. Because like in the dawn of YouTube, people were doing that was like one of the things that people did were tutorials. It was the first time that we as a population could like share knowledge with each other like in a video format all in one place for free, right? I mean, am I wrong? Uh so he in like a satirical way kind of created like the least useful channel for tutorials ever, and he then like him the character he went missing, I believe, if I'm recalling correctly, and then like he comes back like nothing happened, and the videos get really creepy, and you can, I think they're all still on YouTube, I'm not sure, but definitely worth a watch. And then Alan Resnick also worked with very closely, if not still works closely with Adult Swim, and created a lot of the not off the air, what were the infomercials. He's the genius behind Too Many Cooks, unedited footage of a bear, Live Forever as You Are Now. I believe also the Broom Shakalaka, but maybe that's not him. I was like a deep Adult Swim guy when I was in college. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. That's where I want to wind up. Like Adult Swim would be the perfect place to spend my career. And then had a big fat falling out with the person who I started working with at Adult Swim, and I'll get more on I'll talk more about that at another time because it's too sad. But uh, it turns out that like between the tutorials, the infomercials, and some other stuff, there were a bunch of clues that Alan Resnick left, and like Easter eggs and interactive website things and Google documents that you find. Like it was just this big interactive experience that brought together this community who also discovered all those little things because they're perceptive in the way that they absorb art and comedy. And ultimately, that's who I want to reach. I want to reach the people who like doing the homework, who they see a good TV show, they see a good podcast, they see good content, and they go, is there homework here? Can I do homework about this? Is there extra work I can do that no one will grade me for, that no one will care about, that is ultimately like just completely unrewarded? Is there stuff like that that I can do? And that's the motherfucker that I understand, and because I am one of those people, and that's what I want to create a world around. And people like Alan Resnick, William Banks, Dan Erickson, these people are storytelling geniuses who love to really take care of their audience, or prank them, however you see it. But I personally can't get enough of this stuff. And that's why I love Severance so much. That and like Severance came by at a time, like, in my life, it reemerged when I really needed an escape. And it's like, I don't love escaping. Like, I do. We all love it, but like, I feel guilty about it when I do it. So, not I don't like feeling guilty, so I try not to do things that make me feel guilty. But Severance is just so well done. I'm sorry to be that guy who's like really tooting the Severance horn, but It's just every single shot, every single word of dialogue is intentional, and it's really nice when people put that much effort into stuff. So I've been watching Severance, rewatching it, getting into the subreddit. There's 4 subreddits about Severance. Did you know that? It's really crazy. Um, I don't think one of my theories, and there are so many, and like, not to, I'm not going to talk about Severance the whole episode, I promise. But if you like it, if you like me talking about it, definitely let me know in the comments or on my Instagram. Oh yeah, you can follow me at Lauren Desleroux, at LaurendDesleroux. I'll drop it in the fucking comments or the description of the episode. Stupid. Uh, but yeah, I've really invested a lot of time, and I've absorbed what I believe to be the extent of all the content available, like the extra content created by the show and all of its various marketing efforts. Like they came out with IKEA furniture last week from the show. They released Rickon's book, The You Are, or at least like an excerpt of it. I read that, 60 pages. I was obsessed with it. There's clues in there. There's clues in everything. And it makes you feel crazy for sure, because you're like, am I out here really like looking for clues? Is this what I should be doing? Clue work? Um, but it's a really fun way to spend my time. And I can spend my time however the heck I want. And I've become, as I talk about Severance in my social circles, I am dropping little nuggets. I'm educating people about my theories, and people are liking it. People are liking what I have to say. And not that this is going to become like a Severance podcast, but depending on how deep I get into the theories, I might dedicate like the last 5 minutes of every episode to just like discussing some of that stuff, because um, I believe there's a lot to get to the bottom of, and we haven't even scratched the surface. And it's such a good story, such a well done example of world building, and I'm just impressed. And I'm having fun, and everyone on the show is so good. And yeah, cheers to Severance. But I was with a bunch of friends this weekend, and I was talking to one guy about it and about my theories, and he calls over some more people, and next thing you know, I got like a group of 5 people listening to what I have to say about Severance, and it feels good, even if it's like perhaps an extremely cringe way to spend 10 minutes lecturing people about theories about a TV show. But fuck it. If you need to know one thing about me, is that I do not fear the cringe. It's probably nice. I've been saying that way too much lately, because I'm backtracking. I'm like, definitely? In real time, I'm like, definitely? Is that what you mean, definitely? Or did you mean probably? Or perhaps? Or something along those lines. But perhaps, wow, and I forgot what I was going to say. Fuck me. Y'all, I'm fried out. I'm totally all the way fried out. Um, oh yeah, I don't care about being cringe. It's cool to care. How about that? I I believe that people are starting to agree. People are being very bold and realizing that like life is super short, and you shouldn't be like ashamed of stuff that you like, or um you shouldn't like not do something because you think it might be quote unquote cringe. Like, to who? People who suck? People who weren't going to like you anyway? Be yourself. Be the real you. And then if you're still cringe, then that's okay, because at least you're not going to regret that, probably. I feel like you'll probably only regret not doing the things that you really wanted to do. Some of those things might be cringe. They might all be cringe. That's definitely the case, definitely probably the case in my life. I feel like it's cringe to say that you're writing something. That's a hot take. I hate, like, hate's a strong word, but I do find it cringe to see people online who are like, I'm writing today, like, as if they want people to be like, yes, good, thank you for writing. No one cares. And like, what's really cool is finishing stuff and putting it out there. And that's still true. I believe that's still true. But I do think it's cool to document things, have little time capsules of life that I can look back on and say, oh, yeah, at that time I was writing something. I'm not really telling you that I'm writing because I need you to know that I'm writing and I need you to be proud of me. I'm doing it because I want to remember. And this is ultimately all for me. And it is my plan and my truth and my life. So, what do you think? Do we write the theme song? Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Talked about 75 Hard. Talked about being a severance genius. What did that say? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I could say that. All right, so there's something that I want to. Sorry, I keep hiccup burping at the same time, which I think keeps happening during these episodes because I'm talking a lot. And I have not eaten anything today because I ate so much yesterday that I felt pretty gnarly all day. So I'm kind of like cleansing out today. Um, I kind of do feel though like maybe I should have one last cheat meal before the 75 hard. Do I order Taco Bell? Fuck. Fuck. Do I order Taco Bell again? I ordered it last night. Oh, this is what I did. Went to my buddy's birthday party in Brooklyn last night, and on the way home I was like, in an act of self-care, I am going to order Taco Bell, which I haven't done since the last time I was drunk coming home from Brooklyn, which was over a year ago. Like one of my favorite things to do when I went out was just like get absolutely destroyed and then order food so that by the time I came home, because it takes me like an hour to get home from Brooklyn at night, like after the trains are done. Wow, the lightning is huge. Oh, and the thunder. Wow, nature. Can you believe it? My city is so wet. I'm watching the dampening of my city unfold in front of my very eyes. Um, anyway, yeah, used to love having Taco Bell be there by the time it gets home, by the time I get home. And last night I was like, it's time to take a little blast from the past. It's time to take a trip down memory lane and order Taco Bell um, to my door. And I did. And not only was it not there when I got home, and I was so sad about that, but also it was very fun to explore the new offerings that Taco Bell has. And if you're a Taco Bell fan, you know that they're getting creative with it on the regular and always surprising and delighting us at virtually every turn. Just when you think that they can't possibly get better, they turn around and they say, "Oh yeah, well have you ever had a quesadilla that has another quesadilla inside of it?" And you say, "No." And they say, "Well, here it is, and it's $7, even though the shit used to be 85 cents or something in the golden era, but you'll pay it now because you're a little piggy, oink oink." That's what they do. And I say, oh, you're right. Um, so I did that. I fell victim to the bell. I rang the sad bell, and it was really good. They did it really well. Oh, but it is kind of the biggest dick move in history if you order food for delivery when it's raining this hard, because these cats on these bikes they're not built for climate of such as this. So maybe we wait. Let's ask Alexa when it's going to stop raining. Hey, Alexa, when is it going to stop raining?
Rain is expected to continue throughout the day. You can expect about 0.58 inches. Also, there's an aerial flood advisory for that area until Monday, March 31st, 11:30 p.m.
When they say that I don't know if you heard that, but she said that there's a flood advisory until 11:30 p.m. and it's like, well, does the rain disappear after 11:30 p.m.? Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be puddles everywhere. Um, I don't know. It is definitely not a nice thing to do to order delivery when it's raining this bad. So what am I gonna go there? Oh, but it's 10 o'clock. I'm hungry. Fuck. I guess I'll write some music then. Shit. But I have to have a cheat. I have to have one more cheat meal. All right. Then maybe instead of writing this theme song right now, maybe we're looking at the Taco Bell menu. Maybe. Hmm. If there's one thing I love to do, it's live Moss. Especially because I'm not going to be able to have this shit. I ordered a 2-pack of chalupas last night, and my fat ass was like, I can't wait. Oh, big thunder. I was like, I can't wait to have 2 chalupas. And then what happened when they got here, you ask? At the edge of your seat? I'll tell you. They give me 2 of the tiniest little chalupa tacos you've ever seen in your goddamn life. And you might also be thinking, and this is this is something that was said to me at a drive-through, and I don't care if this sounds shitty. I pulled up to the Taco Bell drive-through in my hometown when I was in high school, and the girl at the cash register was like, "You're too pretty to be eating all of this food." And that is, I mean, it probably was true, but also it's a wild thing to say. And but you may be thinking similar thoughts. You may be thinking, but Lauren, Taco Bell is for um, men of divorce. And to that I say, did you know that you cannot eat the beef? Beef in quotes. It's really gross. The beef is not my thing. It personally grosses me out. I feel like it's full of maybe toenails, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to get Taco Bell because you can substitute the beef for potatoes, which or rice or nothing or add lettuce to it. That really the possibilities are truly endless, and Taco Bell is an oyster, and baby, you are the pearl. Yeah, swallow that. So it's kind of my thing where I like replace all the beef with non-beef in my orders, and it winds up being like a usually not deep fried meal of potatoes and lettuce and tomato and cheese, and I find that to be really nice. I think I'm I think I kind of hacked Taco Bell. I'm a severance genius, and I hacked Taco Bell, and potentially too beautiful for either of those things, but what are you going to do? Oh, God, I want this shit so fucking bad. I guess if I'm gonna walk there anyway, this is a dilemma, dude. Because I really don't want to go outside. You know what I mean? Maybe if I tip like $10, it'll morally not be a mistake or a sin. All right. I think I've decided that that is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. And then oh, yeah. Wait. So in my Taco Bell journey last night, since I was drunk, I ordered it to the wrong place, but I caught that mistake immediately. and was able to cancel the order before getting charged for it, um, which is truly a miracle because Grubhub is not good at service. So I then immediately reordered, but they said, "Oh, you had since you had to cancel your order, we're going to give you a $5 coupon." So essentially, they rewarded me $5 for being drunk, and to that I say, good. And now we're going to go to Grubhub. Are you Grubhub guy or something else guy? I know a lot of people like Uber Eats. I personally don't because the fees are out of goddamn control. But uh I am banned from Uber still. If you know me from, or if you know old episodes of the podcast or have seen my appearances on May Planner's podcasts, May Planner and Laura Sogart, they have that Risque Business pod. I did that like 2 years ago and talked about my falling out with Uber. That episode is very funny and I had a great time with them. But in case you're wondering, that's still not resolved. Um, I'm still banned from Uber and Uber Eats by extension. So, despite having diamond status, the highest possible level of Uber, um, you know, patronage, it was revoked because my identity got stolen in a state I had never been to the tune of $3,000. And if that story sounds funny to you, it gets so much better. It gets so much better, and you should definitely check it out. Um, I did reach a level of hunger that I actually can't believe. Does that ever happen to you? Am I the only weirdo who doesn't eat for a whole day and then gets really hungry? I guess I'm just built different. Um, but like I kind of have to make this food situation pop a little bit before I write this theme song. But don't worry, I'll write the theme song really quick and it'll be really funny. Maybe I'll do a different theme song every week. Would that be fun? I also, if you like, if you like music, and I know you do, um, I did the music for Mike Racine's podcast, Racine Time, and I don't know if he still uses the song, but the full song is on the first episode of Racine Time. Like the pod used to be called Out for Smokes, now it's called Racine Time. And if you look at the first episode of Racine Time, that's my voice, my writing, my everything, and I'm really proud of that. It was a good time. And I kind of want to do that for this pod too, but I love the music I used to have. Pretty much every episode I've done until the third season that we're in right now, I've had the Homo sapiens humor as a defense mechanism. That's the name of the song. It's humor as a defense mechanism by Homo sapiens, and I paid them for the rights to use it. And then I was like, I'll renegotiate after 10 episodes. If I get like a bunch of subscribers, like I will pay you more money. And I got 0 subscribers and wound up paying them again. But now I really am not in a financial place where I can afford that. So if you out there, if you want to give me $250 so that I can license that song again, that would be really cool because that's what I paid and that was for 10 episodes. Because one thing I love is supporting music. Okay. So, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll order food that is far enough away that it will definitely arrive here by car. And I will still tip at least $7, but then without having the guilt of sending someone on a bike from Taco Bell to my fat ass. Is that fair? I think so. Um, um, oh yeah, here we go. All right, so what are we doing though? Are we doing Taco Bell or are we gonna run it back with Domino's one last time? I am tempted to do so. God, do I love Domino's. It's just so fucking good. Do you have any like chain restaurant that just hits that just hits in a way that is just remarkable? Like Taco Bell really hits for me. Domino's really hits for me. Um, my Taco Bell order last night was that 2 pack of chalupas. They're like street chalupas with nacho cheese like crust on the outside. And they're good and they're small, so like didn't make me feel super guilty. Ooh, wait, Greek food bowl. I'm really we're going to give snaps today to the evolution of bowls over time, the bowl economy. It's really something um beautiful. Like we used to just have like Chipotle and honestly, I can't even think of another example. There's like Cadoba. Um, Subway was like an assembly line thing, but like not for bowls. They started doing salad eventually, but the point being that like now you have places like Kava who do like the Mediterranean bowls, which I think is so funny because Kava is double the price of a halal cart, and any halal cart is better than Kava. Kava, low key, sucks. And it's kind of insane that they do so well in cities. I feel like, here's a theory. I feel like Kava only does well because of racism. And I feel like if white people weren't so like afraid of talking to the people who run the halal carts, that they'll realize that like the food at any halal cart is cheaper and better quality, hotter, more flavorful, and just overall better and usually better portions too. And if you're a hot girl, you can expect an extra little serving of chicken or an extra piece of falafel. Don't hate the player, don't shoot the messenger. Everyone knows that that's how that works. I'm not saying it's every time or every cart or every person, but you know, you're not really getting that kind of treatment at corporate kava. Um, and it's like the bastardization of feta dip over the years, it really grinds my gears. But um, you know, that's neither here nor there. Now I'm seeing bowls that are Greek, and that is thrilling to me because Greek food is so good and so kind of rare. Like of all the food that we have way more like halal food specifically than we do like Greek food, which there's a lot of overlap in the, you know, meat on a stick department, the rice department, the salad department, the pita department, the departments thereof. You get what I'm saying. But having a Greek bowl available is really cool. And time is of the essence, I'm realizing. Maybe Shake Shack. Fuck. Shake Shack is so expensive. Why is that? I think last episode I was talking about how food should generally be um, cheaper and smaller portions. What do we think of that? What are my offers right now? Ooh, it's gonna thunder real big. Is that true? Where like if you see lightning, then it's like every 10 seconds. Oh no, I don't even know what I'm talking about. There's like some kind of relationship between thunder and lightning and like the amount of time that happens between those two things where like the lightning is closer if the thunder happens right after it. I don't know. It's clearly I'm a scientist. Um and like I said many times in this episode, a beautiful genius who is also brave. Brave for being fat and continuing to eat. No one's ever done it like this before. But yeah, Taco Bell hits, Domino's hits, McDonald's. I'm like a QPC guy. My if I was like to really like put it down, like put it on you at McDonald's and like Like if my Subway take was a McDonald's order, then my take would be a large quarter pounder, bacon quarter pounder with cheese meal with extra bacon, extra cheese, uh, three sides of ranch, large fry, obviously, chocolate shake, and a sweet tea because the shake is like another side dish in and of itself, and you need something to rinse that down, even. And then, depending on the season, like ideally, we would be doing this in October, and I can get like a pumpkin pie with the cream cheese. And I wonder how I gained 20 pounds in such a short period of time, but food is a delight, and I'm so grateful to have a mouth, a functioning mouth. I heard that, right? Are you sick of me yet? If you're listening this far into the episode, you love me, huh? And you think I got a big old brain and a big old booty and you're all about it, and that's so freaky of you. We're never writing this theme song. All right, Lauren, decision fatigue. You got to get your shit together. Do I get a personal pizza or do I get Taco Bell? You're right, I get Taco Bell because it's more food and at least there are some shreds of lettuce in there, and god damn it, I'm getting it done. Wow, not my order being saved. When it comes to Taco Bell, I'm gonna try the new stuff, the cheesy street chalupa thing. That was pretty cool. I love the XXL chalupa. That shit was my favorite. That big old fat boat. I relate to the fat boat. I see myself in the boat. Spicy ranch, creamy jalapeno. We don't need that. And especially not for another 61 cents. I mean, shit. We are probably in a recession or something. Yep. Chalupa Supreme. What else is on the. This is a Taco Bell ad, by the way. The Cantina chicken menu, a whole menu for this shit. I want to try the chicken, but it's like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of having a bad time. Is that so? Do you get me or what? I'm just trying to have a good time, okay? Just trying to live my life, okay? All right, I'm ordering this and then I'm gonna write the song real quick. Uh, should I stream this live? Would that be better for everybody so that you can comment in real time when there are lulls like this in the drama? Um, Cravings value menu. My heavens, there's so much value. I can't even. My head is spinning at the value. The value of the sauce packets being 30 fucking cents each. What have we done? What have we done to this country? Like, that's completely unacceptable. Chili lime crema. Hey, Taco Bell, it's sour cream. You don't have crema. I think you need one. Well, I was just about to say something so mean. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because you guys don't deserve that. All right. Wow, we're really running the classics today. One more lap around the one more victory lap before I get skinny and it's over for absolutely every single last one of you hoes. You're all hoes. Did you know that? No black beans, extra lettuce, extra cheese. What are my add-ons? Is this the greatest podcast of your life? Um, you know what? Maybe I'll wrap it here and then okay, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to order this food and then I'm going to start recording a little bit more and then show you the song. Okay? So I'll be right back. Bye.